Enthusiast or buyer, cars or bikes, all that you need from the auto world is right here on the Autocar India channel. Subscribe now. What you see here is the Großglockner High Alpine Road in Austria. They say it's one of the best driving roads in the world. And I'm headed there in grand style. With me is the all-new third generation Bentley Continental GT. 2.2 tons of British excellence. The plan is to drive from Austria to Italy for lunch and back to Austria in time for dinner. It'll be like living the life of a jet setter for a day, but before all else, can we just revel at how beautiful the Continental GT is? The aluminium body is lovingly crafted and just so delicate in its detailing. The basic look is the same, big bonnet, tight cabin and flowing tail. But the stance is just so much more graceful. The new Continental GT sure is a thing of beauty. Incredibly, it's even better on the inside. You'll be gobsmacked by the sheer level of quality and detail. The wood wears a thick layer of varnish, the leather is of the highest grade you can imagine, and even the smallest of metal bits look machined to perfection. Everything you touch is soft, knurled or glass-faced. It's a setting fit for modern-day royalty. And it's not old-school stuffy luxury in here. There's a lot of new-age cool packed in too. There's heads-up display, and in a first for Bentley, the instruments are fully digital too. But the coolest bit on the inside has got to be the very James Bond car-like Bentley rotating display. The three-sided mechanism atop the center console rotates between a 12.3-inch touchscreen, analog dials for a compass, thermometer and a timer, and a piece of precision-fit wood veneer, all at the touch of a button. However, not so special is the rear seat that is good for short stints only. Something so exquisite needs the right sort of firepower too, and the new Continental GT goes the whole hog. There's only one engine on offer for now, a twin-turbo 6-litre W12. How is it to drive? In a word, mega. Yes, the Continental GT weighs 2.2 tons, but with 635 horsepower and 900 Newton meters, you just don't feel the bulk. There's always a big reserve of power. In fact, there's so much power, it almost feels excessive. You'll just be blown away by the sheer might of this engine, at all speeds and at all times. The way it pulls, my god. Just press the throttle pedal down a wee bit and you'll be doing twice the speed limit without even noticing. That's the thing about this W12 engine, it doesn't really make a song and dance about the power it makes. But when you do mash down on the throttle, you're just pushed back into your seat with the engine booming and roaring away. Also playing a starring role in the performance act is the Continental's new 8-speed dual-clutch gearbox. It's lightning-quick in shifts and a big part of what makes the Conti hit the turn from a standstill in just 3.7 seconds. At times when I do ease off, the Bentley's continent-shrinking GT abilities come to the fore. The engine is spinning at barely over takeover and outside noise is so well suppressed, I try to pop my ears to check if it's the altitude that's caused temporarily reduced hearing. Nope, it really is that quiet. But the biggest surprise, handling. Yes, handling. It weighs 2.2 tons and has all-wheel drive, so I expected it to feel like a roly-poly understeery yacht. Boy, was I wrong. They've set it up just so beautifully. All that tech, the torque vectoring, the active anti-roll bars, they just come into play on a twisty road. It's grippy at all times, it's lovely to steer, and it even feels agile for something so big and heavy. The Conti GT is an absolute hoot up the Großglockner Pass. It's surprisingly easy to tuck into corners and there's so much power that elevation changes on the 48km section go by unnoticed. Oh, and a word on the ride quality too. It rides on 21-inch wheels, so you'd expect it to be a bit jiggly, a bit jittery at low speeds, but it isn't. It steamrolls imperfections with just so much ease, and when you do up the pace, it just feels unshakable. This thing is built to gobble up the miles. Question is, how many luxury GT buyers in India actually use their car for this purpose? The number is minuscule. Indian buyers who can afford a Continental GT's 3.6 crore rupee ex-showroom starting price are sure to be more concerned with how the Conti looks, how it makes them feel, and how big a statement it makes. On these fronts, the Continental GT is as good as it gets. But having experienced the GT in totality, I can only hope owners venture out of town to see how talented their car really is. A super luxury car you can do 1000 kilometers in a day in. This is it.